Hello student, this is Namita Mukhia, Assistant Teacher, Nepali Girls Higher Secondary School. So today we will continue with the same, that is the educational statistic, and in our last class we did how to find the mean through ungroup series, where you have followed the two formulas. The first one is through the direct method. So here the formula is mean equals to sigma x upon n, where sigma means the sum total of x is the total number of the score divided by the number of score. In the similar way, we followed another method which is called the assume mean method, and over here the formula for the assume mean method is m dash. I hope you remember, we have taken one number as our assume mean to find out the real mean. So next we have sigma x dash. X dash means the sum total of all the score, and n means the total number of the score. Now, as we have discussed earlier, that the mean is the numerical value that indicates the parity or the equality between the two dissimilar objects. Now, today what we do is we will try to find out the mean of the group score. So today we will do mean of the group score. It is because that certain times we are presented with more than 50 numbers or the scores, raw scores. So following this method in an isolated manner is not possible. So what we need to do is we need to group that, we need to divide it according to the class interval which we have learned in the first stage, that is how we tabulate the raw data. So after that what we do is we will distribute, we will find out the frequencies, and then we have to find out the mean of the group score. Now certain times it may be when you group the score, like for example 14 to 19. So over here certain times individual score cannot be ascertained. So what we do is we will take the midpoint of each of this class, that is midpoint, and I hope you remember how to find out the formula regarding the midpoint. So we followed UL plus LL divided by 2. Okay. Now UL means the upper limit is your 19 plus your lower limit is 14 divided by 2. So 4 and 9. 9 and 4 is 13, 1, 2 and 3. So 33 divided by 2. So how much we'll get is 3 ones are 2 ones are 2, 2 6s are 12. Point to 5s are 10. So we will get this much, which means that the midpoint of these two number is 16.5, and with this midpoint we will try to find out the mean of the group score. Now over here we have the group data or the class interval, and we have got frequency. Now today I'll teach you how to find out the mean of the group data through the first one. We will follow the direct method. Okay. Now first we have over here there are some frequencies. What you need is you need capital N. So add up all the numbers. So 3 and 2 is 5 and 5 is 10, 19. 19 plus 10 is 29. 29 plus 5 is 34. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So my capital N is 40. Now we need the next column. Over here we have xi. I hope you remember that xi means the midpoint. Now find out the midpoint of this class, that is 8 to 12. Now 1 is 12, that is my UL, upper limit is 12 plus my lower limit is 8 and it has to be divided by 2. Okay, now divide it by 2. So 12 plus 8 is 20 divided by 2. So we have 20 upon 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 tens are 20. So my midpoint between 8 to 12 is 10. So similarly, in the same way, find out the midpoint of this group, that is 13 to 17. So 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. I hope you remember what I told you. For the easy method is you find out the middlemost number, that is you start with 13, 14 and 15, 16 and 17. So this is my midpoint. So write down 13, 14, 15. Next number is 15. Likewise, from 18 to 20, my midpoint is 22 is my 20 midpoint. 23 to 27 is 25. Likewise, 28 to 32 is 30. 33 to 37 is 35. 38 to 42 is over here my midpoint is 40. Likewise, 45 and 48, 49, 50. Over here my midpoint is 50. Now all these are your midpoint. Now you have to find out the fourth column is of fxi. That means frequency with the midpoint. So what you need to do is you multiply frequency with the midpoint. So 10 into 3 are 30. 15 into 2 is also 30. 5 into 10 are 100 and 9 into 25 is 5 and 22. Likewise, 10 into 30 are 300. 35 into 5 into 35 are 5 5s are 25. 5 3s are 15, 16 and 17. 175. 14 into zeros and 4 into 45. 4 5s are 20. 4 4s are 16, 17 and 18. The last one is 100, 100. Okay. Now the next step is you have frequency, you have xi, that is the midpoint, and fxi. Now what you do, we need to apply this in formula, that is sigma fxi divided by n. So this is our direct method to find out the mean of the group data. So now what I need over here, sigma fxi. We know that sigma means sum total of, likewise we have f is our frequency, xi is my mid point. So sigma fxi means sum of all the frequencies with the midpoint. Okay, now what we do is we'll apply the formula. Now over here you need to add these two numbers. Okay, so 30 and 30. 30 is 60. Likewise 100 is 160. Now 160 plus 225 is your 385. So 385 plus you add this number 300, so it becomes 685. Again you add this number 175. So 5 and 5 is 10, 1. It is 16, 1 left, 6, 7 and 8. 860. Now 0, no need to add 0. Add 180. This number. So 0, 6, 6. 12, 13, 14, 4, and 1 left. So 8, 9 and 10. 1040. Now again the last number you have 100. So add 100. So 1140. So what you can write at the end of fxi, you can write your sigma fxi equals to 1140. Okay, now this is our rough work. We'll rub this. Now let us follow the formula. Now we have, in the formula we need fxi. So our sigma fxi is 1140 and our capital N over there is 40. So divide 1140 by 40. So you can cut these two numbers. So now you need to divide 114 by 4. So 4 2s are 8. Now 34. Now likewise 4 8s are 32. Now 2 come. Okay, now put a decimal point so that you can add 1 0 over here. 4 5s is 20. So now we got the answer that 28.5 is our 28.5 is my mean. That is the real mean of this series. Okay. Now again over here we have the same score and the same frequency. Now we have to follow over here is assume mean method. We will follow the second method, that is the assume mean method. Now my formula for the assume mean method is m dash plus I into sigma fx dash divided by n. Okay, I hope you remember m dash is my assume mean. So I'll write over here m dash is your assume mean. You'll take any one score. Now over in this class we'll take any midpoint as our assume mean to find out the real mean. I is my class interval. Now what we require is sigma. Sigma means sum of fx dash. As you know, f signifies frequency and x dash is the difference which you will obtain on the basis of your class. Okay. Now, what I need is x dash. Now, this is very important. For x dash, I will take out the number with the highest frequency. Now, over in this series, we have 10 as our highest frequency. Okay. Now, we will take with the highest frequency, will take the class interval, that is 28 to 32. So, difference between 28 to 32. Now, what we require in the first hand is m dash. Now, I will take out the midpoint of these numbers. Okay. So, we have to take out m dash. So, for m dash, what I do, I will find out the midpoint of this class, that is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, simply. So, 32 plus 28, and this has to be divided by 2. So, 0, again 6 divided by 2. So, 2 ones are 2, 2 30s are 60. So, this is important. Write down m dash is your 30. So, m dash is 30. Now, the next thing which we require is the x dash. As I told you earlier, I have taken the frequency, highest frequency, those class with the highest frequency. Now, what I will do, I will write over here 0. I will show you why. Because my m dash is 30. Suppose my m dash is 30. Now, x dash means x minus m dash. Okay, x minus m dash. So, over here my midpoint is also 30. This 30, and my m dash is also 30. So, 30 minus 30 is 0. Okay. Now, the next midpoint over here is 23, 24 and 25. My next midpoint over here is 25. Minus, this is my 25 is my score, that is x, minus my m dash is 30. Okay, 30 means that I will get minus 5. Okay. Now, the next midpoint between 33 to 37 is 35 minus, likewise my score is 35 and my m dash is 30. So, what you will get? Minus 5. And for the convenience, for the easiness, instead of taking, here you can see that we have both the similar numbers. If you go till here, you will find the same numbers like you will get over here. So, I will not write this, but instead of this, what I write minus, 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 over here, those number which is lying below the frequency, I write plus, 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 plus. So, equal, we have 4 numbers above the frequency and 4 numbers below the frequency. So, what I will do, if I am getting the similar number 5, 5 over here, instead of 5, 5, I will write 1, 1. So, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4 and 4. This is very important. What we have done, we have taken this as x dash as 0 because 30 and 30 minus is 0. Now, after that we found out the two numbers, two midpoint, and we subtracted that midpoint with m dash, that is your assumed mean which you have taken from any score. Now, when you subtracted these two number, you are getting minus 5 and minus 5 over here, but we are not taking minus 5, but we are taking minus 1 and plus 1. That is for your easiness. Now, the next column is of fx dash, because in this method we need sum of frequencies and x dash. So what we do next is we'll multiply these two number. We'll multiply frequency with this deviation. So 3 into 4 is 12. Since the number is negative, so we'll mark negative. 2 into 3 is 6, and this is also negative. Likewise, 5 into 2 is 10, that is minus 10, and 9 into 1 is 9, that is minus 9. So, what you do, you add all these numbers. So, 10 zeros are 0, so no need to write anything. Now, 5 into 1 is 5. Since this number is positive, so I'll write plus. 2 zeros are 0. 3 fours are plus 12. Likewise, 4 twos are is plus 8. Now, what you do? You add all those number with the negative marking and those number with the positive sign. So, negative sign will add 12 into 6 is 18. 18 plus 10. 18 plus 10 is 28. 28 and 9. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 and 37. So, since this number is minus, so we'll write minus 37. Now, next over here, 12 plus 8 is 20 plus 5 is plus 25. Now, the next step what we do is we'll find out sum of fx dash. So, find out. Now, what you do is, since the greater number is negative, so we'll write minus over here and subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. Likewise, 3 minus 2 is 1. So, we got this answer, that is sigma fx dash equals to minus 12. Now, we'll apply this number over here. Now, what is my m dash? M dash is my 30. So, what I'll do? I'll write over here 30 plus I. I means the class interval or the gap between the two numbers. So, over here we have taken 5. But there is no any hard and fast rule that it has to be 5 only. It may be 3, it may be 4, it may be 2. So, next is sigma fx dash. Over here minus 12 divided by what is my n? Total number is 40. So, I'll put this one into bracket. Now, I'll write 30 plus 5 into. Now, you divide it, divide 12 with 40. So, 0.04, 3s are 12. So, that means we'll get 0.3, but this number is negative. So, I'll write minus over here. Now, in the next what we do is, now we'll write 30 plus 5 into 3 is 15. And after this decimal point we have one number, so we'll write decimal point over here and we have minus sign. So, I'll put this one into bracket. Now, next is 30 plus into minus is minus 1.5. Now, write down 30.0, that is the number after the decimal point. What I do? 1.5. You need to subtract this two number. So, I'll borrow 1, that is 10, Over here we'll get 2. We are borrowing over here, then 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 1 is 8 and 2. So, in this case too, our answer is 28.5. Okay, but in the similar answer we got it in the first also, that is in the isolated score also, and over here too we got the same answer, that is 28.5. It is because at certain times arrangement of the data through the individual series is very hard, because we will get so many numbers, bigger numbers, and to add up all those numbers is a bit difficult. For this one is the most convenient way of finding out the mean. Okay, so today what we did is we have done to find out the mean through the of the group series, of the group data, through 2 methods. The first one is the direct method and the second one is the assume mean method, and I hope that this assume mean method is the most easiest one, and it will be very helpful in the for the next class also to find out the median and the mode. With this, today we'll end this, but when being a literate, you all are illiterate individuals, so try to make aware of your neighboring, or look after your family, look after yourself and your neighbors, and make them aware of this situation and try to remain safe. Thank you.